Welcome to Dog Vibes. Have you ever slowed down amidst the hustle of life, gazed at the little breathing creature beside you, and realized that nature has gifted us a miracle in the form of a dog? They cannot speak, yet they communicate in the most primal and profound language of the soul. Today, through the lens of true dog lovers, let Dog Vibes unveil 23 entirely new behaviors. 23 secret codes of love they silently send you every single day. Why do dogs tilt their heads when you speak to them? It is not just an adorable antic to win your heart. By tilting their heads, they are adjusting their ears to catch every sound wave, every pitch of your voice. They are yearning to understand you, searching for familiar words like a promised vow. In a world full of noise, your voice is the only symphony they truly want to hear. Why do dogs kick up dirt and grass after doing their business? Hidden within the pads of their paws are unique pheromones. Kicking dirt is not an attempt to bury their waste, but a way to scatter their scent. It is their proud signature left upon the earth, a wild declaration that, I have lived, I have walked this path, and this land bears my shadow. Why do dogs love to sleep curled up like a tight ball? Even when lying on the softest mattress, the wild instinct of millennia still whispers in their DNA. Curling up is a posture designed to conserve body heat and shield their most fragile vital organs from predators. When they tuck themselves in, they revert to being a vulnerable child, reminding us that behind their daytime exuberance, they are still fragile beings in need of a sheltering roof. Why do dogs twitch, gently growl, or paddle their paws while sleeping? Just like humans, dogs enter REM sleep and experience dreams. Those twitching paws mean they are running across endless, unconscious meadows. And do you know, scientists believe that because you are their entire world, in their wildest dreams, they are most likely chasing after you. Why do dogs gently paw at your hand? No loud demands, no demanding barks. A gentle tap of the paw is like a timid knock on the door of your heart. They sense the distance when you are engrossed in your phone or computer screen. That gentle touch is a humble plea. Please come back to earth with me for a moment. I am right here. Why do dogs yawn even when they are not tired at all? Yawning is one of the most magical calming signals in the canine world. When they feel stressed, confused, or when they sense your anger, they yawn to cool down the atmosphere. It is the way a gentle soul tries to tell the world, everything is okay. Let us just be calm and peaceful. Why do dogs frantically dig at blankets and beds before lying down? Their ancestors had to trample down tall grass or scrape away cold snow to create a safe place to sleep. When they scratch at your blanket, they are performing a sacred, inherited ritual. They are meticulously weaving a tiny nest, preparing to drift into sleep beside the one they love. Why do dogs love to gently mouth your hand without biting down? This affectionate mouthing is their way of expressing ultimate bonding and tenderness. They possess a sharp weapon capable of crushing bone. Yet they use that very weapon to cradle your soft skin. It is a beautiful paradox of trust, where raw power surrenders entirely to gentleness. Why do dogs like to rest one paw on your foot when sitting nearby? When a dog places their paw on you, they are casting out an anchor. The world around them may spin and be full of turbulence. But as long as one paw touches you, they know they are still standing on solid ground. You are their anchor, the steadiest harbor in their existence. Why do dogs bark so fiercely at delivery workers? From a dog's perspective, an intruder breaches their territory every single day. And every single day, thanks to their majestic barking, the intruder is chased away. They are not making noise without reason. They are playing the role of a valiant knight, fighting a daily crusade to protect the castle and the sole monarch of their life. You. Why do dogs often bring home a dry stick to give you? A stick, a leaf, or a lifeless rock? To you, it might be trash, but to them, it is the grandest trophy from a hunt in the park. They proudly carry this small gift of nature and present it to you, because in their mind, the most precious things must belong to the most worthy person. Why do dogs love to roll in mud or things with a foul odor? No matter how expensive the shampoo you use to bathe them, the hunter's instinct always remains. Rolling in pungent scents is how their ancestors camouflaged themselves so prey would not detect them. That action is like a brief rebellion, a moment they drape themselves in the cloak of nature before returning to be the good child in your arms. Why do dogs forcefully flip your hand up with their snout? Sometimes you are just resting your hand on your lap, and a wet snout tosses it into the air. Why, it is a profound craving for touch, a blunt reminder that love should never be postponed. They know their lives are tragically short, and they do not want to waste a single second without the warmth of your hand. Why do dogs squeeze in and sit right between your legs? The space between your legs is an impenetrable fortress. When they are terrified of thunderstorms, fireworks, or a larger dog, they seek refuge in that narrow gap. Because to them, with your sturdy legs standing guard behind them, no dark force can ever touch them. Why do dogs frequently lick their lips even when there is no food around? If it is not out of hunger, continuous lip licking is their way of swallowing down anxiety. When feeling pressured or fearful, this action helps them self-soothe. It is a silent signal begging for your tolerance, and hoping you will recognize the fragile confusion dwelling within them. Why do dogs always walk in circles before finally settling down? You might get dizzy watching, but for them, it is a dance honoring their roots. Before lying down, they circle to check the wind direction, to ensure no predators are lurking, and to chase away imaginary insects. They carry the soul of the prairie wolf right into your living room. Why do dogs tuck their tail tightly between their legs when they do something wrong? The tail is the flagpole of their ego. When they tuck it to cover their vulnerable underbelly, they are shrinking themselves down to be as small as possible. It is not cowardly surrender, but a plea for mercy. They strip away all their personal pride just to seek forgiveness from your eyes. Why can dogs sit motionless for hours staring out the window? The window is the boundary between separation and reunion. When you are away, their world shrinks to the exact size of that glass frame. Their wistful gaze toward the street is not for sightseeing. It is a meditation of waiting. Every passing figure, every stopping car ignites and extinguishes a spark of hope. They are devout monks, and you are the only religion they await. Why do dogs hide right behind your back when meeting strangers? You might not be the strongest person in the world, but in their eyes, you are the greatest, most unyielding wall. When they hide behind you, they entrust their absolute safety to your judgment. If you say it is safe, they will step out. That faith is crystal clear and untainted by a single drop of doubt. So why do dogs love to rest their entire chin on your knee? The weight of that furry chin carries all the affection a living being can possibly hold. When they place their chin on your knee and look up with those big round eyes, they are anchoring their love to the rhythm of your heartbeat. It is a hug that does not require arms. Why do dogs foolishly chase their own tails? Sometimes it is out of boredom, but deeper down, it is a lonely soul trying to entertain itself. When the world is quiet and the person they love is busy. They invent a tiny chase to fill the void. That innocence reminds us that their joys are truly simple and pure. Why do dogs suddenly freeze like a statue, lifting one front paw when they see another animal? That is the pointing stance of their hunting bloodline. In that moment, time stands still, and every sense is heightened to its sharpest peak. That intense focus transforms them into a magnificent sculpture of nature, brimming with valor and discipline. And finally, why do dogs let out a soft sigh when you first start petting them? It is not the weary sigh of a human. It is the sound of absolute, ultimate contentment. When your hand touches their soft fur, all defenses collapse, all weariness melts away. That sigh concludes a peaceful day, marking the exact moment they realize, to live in this house, to be with this human, is the greatest thing in a dog's life. The love of a dog does not require eloquent words. They spend their entire fleeting existence patiently weaving codes of love through the smallest of gestures. Thank you for visiting Dog Vibes and reading the soulful pages of this earthly life with us. Turn to your dog, call their name, and cherish every single moment of being loved by them. See you again in the next stories.